Hey guys, so we're on our way to the gym, and I wanted to make a quick video regarding starting your fitness journey and the mindset that you have to be in, because I know I post shorts and different videos about goals and where I'm at and what I've accomplished. But the reality is that you don't always have a starting base like that. And my fitness journey has been very, very long. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Ever since I was born, when I was a child, I was born obese. At my heaviest point, I got to 320 pounds with about 50-something% body fat. Extremely dangerous. Not that when I was in bodybuilding, weighing 220 pounds with 6% body fat was very healthy either, because, that's a vain sport. And it's very selfish and very not healthy. But the point of that, or of this video, is that regardless of that, I still had a journey. I originally started with that much weight, and I needed to get my weight down, my body fat down, just because of health-wise. Of course, granted, a lot of it was appearance. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy how I looked. And overall, health is the number one thing that you should do it for, not just for how you look or appearances, but to also feel good about yourself. So I took about 14 months from the beginning of my journey, where all I did was focus on cardio, going to the gym, and I ate a very horrible diet. Not in fact as a matter of it saying that it was bad because I had bad food, but it was just a very bad extreme of dieting. It was boiled food, just boiled chicken, boiled veggies, tuna, a lot of egg whites, cottage cheese. I basically carb starved myself, and it is what it is. That's what I did, and I lost over 100+ pounds. And once I hit that 180 mark, I was extremely happy. From there, I decided to follow fitness a little bit more, and I got down all the way up to 159 with close to 6% body fat naturally. I didn't care about muscle at the time. All I cared about was having a flat stomach and abs and feeling great, and that's what I accomplished. I would call myself, or consider myself at that moment, a cardio bunny. And as funny as that sounds, it's not, because it meant that I lived on the Stairmaster. The Stairmaster was my ultimately favorite cardio equipment, stair stepper too. And then other than that was cardio with the incline on the treadmill. I did elliptical also, and it was just a lot. I did sometimes an hour of cardio in the morning and an hour of cardio in the afternoon. And I just wanted to be real and raw with everybody and tell them what it took for that. Weight loss is not a simple journey. And regardless of whatever you hear now in the media about people using peptides and GLP-1s, the reality is that yes, you can accelerate weight loss as much as you want. But a lot of those people, and I'm not talking about fitness influencers or anybody in the space of the body that I attained or somebody else, because the majority of those people will lie to you. I am not like that. I don't lie to people. I never hide what I was on or am on or take. I hate lying to people, especially when it comes to that. But the reality is a lot of fitness influencers you see on GLP-1s, that's not the only thing they're taking. They're taking androgens, they're taking testosterone, they're taking growth hormone, they're taking different things to prevent the muscle loss that's coming from the hunger-deprived state that the GLP-1 is causing for them not to eat, but they got to maintain the muscle mass. Because if you see a lot of people with GLP-1s, a lot of them are skinny, very skinny, and they look starved and malnutrition, because the GLP-1s, a lot of them do affect muscles. and they do eat muscle tissue. It's just a reality. It comes with the territory, you know? So it's the same thing as in bodybuilding, where you're in a deficit. If you're not careful enough and you undereat and you overdo the cardio and the training, you're gonna burn muscle. But thing is, the point of the video itself is not that. It doesn't matter what you do or take or eat. The point of it is that you start. You have to start at some point. Because if you procrastinate and say, well, I'm going to wait till I start this diet, or I'm going to wait till I start this supplement, you're just prolonging the results yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. You're the one that needs to make that decision. You're the one that needs to start. You're the one that needs to put in the work. You're the one that needs to cook your meals. And you're the one that needs to learn how to say no and create habits and consistency. Once all that gets into place, trust me, your fitness journey from the start will be a little bit hard, but once it all lands into place and you start becoming consistent and you form these habits, the results will just appear day over day, week over week, month after month, year after year. And the body or the physique that you thought in your mind was unattainable now is way closer or at your reach or past your reach, and you already attained it and now are into a better physique. Regardless of anything, what you need to do is focus on making sure you start. There's a phrase that you hear a lot, one day or day one. And to me, one day is you thinking that one day you'll start, one day this will happen. Day one is you taking initiative, you taking action, and you starting. And that is the most inspiring thing that you can do for yourself, is you yourself holding yourself accountable for everything else, especially your goals and your fitness and your health. You know, what's crazy is that a lot of people in their job, they talk about accountability and how they hold themselves accountable and how they hold everybody else accountable and all this stuff. But it's funny because a lot of them can't do that with their body. They can't do that with their own goals. They can't do that at home with their own wives. They can't do that with their own children. They can't hold themselves accountable in that aspect in their personal life, but they can do it at work with others. And it's pretty sad because that's a personal development thing, where if you cannot hold yourself accountable, how do you expect to hold others accountable? How do you expect others to trust you when you can't commit yourself and put the work in yourself? That's the takeaway of all this. How can others believe in you when you don't believe in yourself? You guys need to start believing in yourself. And trust me, at the end of the day, once you do reach whatever physique goal you got, it's not about looks. It's not about how you feel. It's not about how the world looks at you. It's how you feel. It's how the energy that you'll have back. How great you'll feel. How you'll feel like when you were younger again. Because a lot of people blame age, but yes, when you age, you do start feeling sluggish a little bit, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a complete vegetable or just be lazy. No. The more you put into this, the more you will get out of it. It's like a business owner that's trying to get his business to grow. The same thing, he has to work hard day in, day out, week after week, month after month, year after year. And one day, they get to that goal, no matter what. It's usually the ones that quit or the ones that become lazy that don't get to that goal. But you cannot do that. You need to get there. You need to not quit. You need to be consistent. And I'm not saying to not use the word motivation. To me, the word motivation doesn't exist in my vocabulary. I deleted it because motivation comes and goes, like I've always said and I always explain. But consistency is what keeps you there. So I don't know what it is that you need, but at the end of the day, grab any influencer, grab any video, grab any motivational speaker that hypes you up and listen to them daily. And if it's not that, just listen to the word of the Lord. Grab the Bible, read, furnish your brain, feed it, nourish it, Nourish it to the point where it creates more positivity in you and creates that motivational balance that you need to get to wherever it is you're trying to accomplish. That's the best advice that I can give you when it comes to your fitness journey. But all you gotta do is start. Remember those words that I told you a little while back. One day or day one. You choose that.